What's up YouTube, it's Sean, and in today's video we're going to talk about Kevin David's Shopify Ninja Masterclass. We're going to talk about the bonuses, and make sure you stay till the end guys, because we are giving away a $500 discount code that you can use towards the purchase of this course. So don't go anywhere. Alright guys, Sean here, welcome back. We're going to talk about Kevin David's Shopify Ninja Masterclass. We're going to talk about the bonus modules and the $500 discount code you can get towards the purchase of this course. But before we get into that, let me tell you about how I came across Kevin David, how he was able to teach me everything I know, mentor me so that I can finally become my own boss and leave that corporate grind behind. So I used to work for Google. Typical 9 to 5. I'd wake up at 6 a.m. I'd brush my teeth with my eyes still closed because I hadn't slept enough. And I'd basically race to work, and I'd spend the entire day obeying orders, yes sir, yes ma'am, creating these Excel sheets and these PowerPoint presentations for a bunch of people that I hardly knew. And at the end of the week I'd get a paycheck, and I'd use that paycheck to pay my bills, and all was good, and that was life. So I ended up in this corporate job because when I was in college, college prepares you for the corporate world, and I had nothing in college. I had no money, and I'm talking like ramen noodles type situation. Like I had nothing, so I took a loan. I took a $50,000 loan to go through college, and I took up 2 jobs to put myself through school. And one of the jobs I had was a cleaning job. And I used to clean toilets and hotel rooms and car showrooms like Toyota, Honda. And I used to also clean corporate offices. And in these offices, I would put on a backpack vacuum cleaner, and I would vacuum these conference rooms after people were gone. And I'd say to myself, one day when I graduate, I'm gonna get that 4.0 GPA, yeah right, and I'm gonna finally get that corporate job. And I did it, right? My dream was to graduate college, get that corporate job, be able to wear that corporate badge with your name on it, have the checkered button-down shirt, the laptop bag, and the coffee in your hand, so you can sit in one of those conference rooms and feel special. I did it. I was happy. I had it. And then I realized, oh shit, I gotta pay off my $50,000 college loan. So now that job that I so desperately wanted turned into a job that I needed, right? So that's actually a pretty big scam. And I realized at that point that I could have just Googled my entire bachelor's degree for free, right? But anyways, that's a pretty big scam. I paid off that scam. I saved every penny I could to pay it off. And then I just continued with these reports that I was handing out every day to these managers. And, I realized that the stuff that I'm doing is not something I want to do for the rest of my life. And, I saw everyone else doing it. It's kind of hard to step aside and be like, okay, how do I get out of this when you're surrounded by everyone who's doing the same thing? But something completely changed my mind. And that was one day I was sitting in one of these meeting rooms, and I glanced down the trash can, and I saw one of my reports crumpled up in the trash with someone's sandwich on top. And I realized that all this work I'm putting in, these 60, 70 hour work weeks, and all this stuff for making these reports, to generate these reports and give them to these managers who are making presentations about where they stand in their work, after 4 or 5 days they're just tearing it up and throwing it in the trash. What a waste of life. It didn't matter that I had this 6-figure salary, or none of that mattered. Now none of it mattered, because I realized what I'm doing with my time was absolutely useless. So I didn't want to wait another 10 years or 20 years or 30 years where I would look back and say, well, I spent my life making reports and working for other people. So I had to make a change. I went out there, I started doing research, I tried to get a bunch of courses to learn how to generate income online. I threw money in, I threw time in, and I just basically wasted time. And at the same time, my boss was slowly starting to turn into this pain in the ass, and I knew I just had to fire him, and I had to do it real fucking soon. Otherwise, it was going to be me just, suffering, or I'd have to go get another, 9 to 5, and I wasn't going to do that, right? So, I was desperate. I was watching all these YouTube videos. I was trying to find someone who knew what they were talking about. I trusted enough people in courses, and I failed. I was completely skeptical, doubtful. I didn't want to spend any more money on these courses, and then I came across Kevin David's YouTube channel. I watched his first video, and he was giving away so much knowledge in his videos that, for me, I'd spent thousands of dollars on these courses, and he was giving it away for free and more, right? So I continued to watch his YouTube videos. I got in touch with him. I told him what my situation was. He knew exactly what I was talking about because he was also part of the corporate grind. He taught me pretty much everything I know. He mentored me. I finally had my business up and running. I became my own boss. Now I wasn't waking up for someone else. I was brushing my teeth with my eyes open this time. I was completely free, and it's all thanks to Kevin. If it weren't for Kevin, I would still be stuck in that corporate grind. I'd be waiting the entire year just to go to the beach for 14 days, actually 10 days, because it takes you a couple of days to travel. So, a huge thanks to Kevin. If it weren't for him, I would be in a very dark place right now. Let's just put it that way. So let's get into this course. Let me tell you about how the Shopify course has completely changed everything for me, and it can do the same for you. I actually became part of Kevin David's inner circle, and I'm a beta tester for the course, so I know everything about the course, how it's laid out, how it's structured, how it can help you. It's definitely beginner friendly. I didn't know anything about Shopify. I was able to get my store up and running as soon as the course was over. It took me about a day, maybe 2 days to get through the entire course. And at the end of it, I had my Shopify store up and running, and I started getting sales within 7 days, guys. So it is possible, it's doable. You just have to be 100% committed. You have to know that this is what you want. There's no excuses. You can't sit around and be lazy about it. So if I could do it, you can do it. All right. So the first module, he goes into talking about, product selection, niche selection, how to do it the right way, how to make sure you're, making data-driven decisions when you're, finding the right niche or finding the products for that niche. Very simple. If you're starting out, it can be pretty, overwhelming to think about what kind of niche you should select or what kind of product to sell in that niche. So he basically lays it out very easily for you. It's a great module. The second module, he talks about how to deal with your suppliers. This is really important. Most people, they don't really put too much emphasis on suppliers. They think, oh, okay, the supplier's sending out 4,000 of these units, must be a good supplier, let's just go with them. But you got to do a lot more than that. You got to make sure that they have quality products. You got to test products. You got to understand that every product that they're going to send out to your customers is going to convert into a review for you, eventually. So quality products have to go out. They have to go out in time. He teaches you how to get that done. He teaches you how the supplier should follow your requirements by sending them certain templates. It's really comprehensive, very easy to understand, but it stays ingrained in your head as soon as you're done with the module, right? Then he gets into the next one, which is how to set up your Shopify store. This is super, super important. The thing is, a lot of people have come out with YouTube videos where they have like a 5 or 10 minute video where they're like, click here, da-da-da, your store's up. That doesn't really work. And what really works is understanding why you are, creating your store the way you are. Why are you using certain themes? How are they going to help with optimizing your Shopify page? How are they going to help with conversions? How are they going to, what kind of apps are you going to use to increase conversions on your store? What kind of apps are you going to avoid, to save costs? Because lots of apps out there are just costly apps and they don't really do anything for you. So, he really teaches you how to have the right store up and execute it the right way. Then he gets into the next module, which is Facebook advertising and Instagram ads. And guys, if you think you're a pro with Facebook ads, your mind will be blown away. This stuff is very comprehensive. And as it's comprehensive, it's super easy to understand. If you don't even have a Facebook account, you will understand how to do this. So it's really, really a great module. It's absolutely phenomenal. He's always been great with Facebook ads, but the way he's laid it out in this course is great. Then he goes into explaining how to do, basically use Google Analytics and other analytics to drive more traffic to your site and expand your Shopify store in other areas as well. So overall, the course, I've tested it, very methodical, very easy, very beginner friendly, right? It's a great course. If you think you can go out there on YouTube and find a bunch of free stuff, you probably can find videos here and there in little bits and pieces, but it's going to take you forever to connect them together, ensuring, by the way, of course, assuming that you're finding the right content. And it's going to take you so much time, and the chance of failure is huge. Chance of success with this course is 100%. I've seen it. Everyone who's tested the course has seen results, 100% guaranteed. That's just how the course is laid out, and that's how Kevin basically comes out with all his courses. So another thing, if you're doubtful, Kevin actually went out there and he took all the Shopify courses, all of them, even the ones that you think he might not know about. He's taken them all, because I guarantee he knows a lot more than you do. And he took them all and he combined all the courses into one master course. So you know that you're not getting a course that's missing out anything. You're not getting a course that has any gray areas. Everything's covered, everything's comprehensive, set for you to get results 100%. So this is definitely the only Shopify course you'll ever need. It's 2018. If you guys want to turn your life around, you want to become your own boss, just get up, stop making excuses, and just fucking do it. Stop basically thinking that you're dependent on that 9-to-5 job, that corporate job, or you're dependent on that job in the mall or the Starbucks, or wherever you work. It doesn't matter. You can be your own boss, and you can be your own boss very, very quickly. It just takes a matter of days. If you learn from the right person, you execute, and you're committed, you can start seeing sales very quickly. So I'm going to include the webinar below. There's going to be a link below to the webinar. Kevin's holding live webinars throughout the month. Make sure you watch the entire webinar. At the end of the webinar, you can plug in the discount code that will take off $500 for the course. So links below, make sure you check it out. I'm also going to write the discount code in the description below so that you guys can plug it in. Subscribe, guys. Hit the notifications. I learn from Kevin every single day, so I come out with great content, all Shopify and Amazon. So leave a comment, leave a question. I'll answer any of your questions. Once you join the group, join the Black Belt Facebook group. They will welcome you. It's the best group in the world. If it weren't for the Black Belt group and their support, thanks for all their support and all their help. I've seen a lot of success because of them. So join the Black Belt group, leave me a message, send me, whatever, DM me, I don't care. Let me know you're in. I'll help you get started with Shopify. I'll help you get set up. I hope this has been helpful, guys, and I will see you on the other side.